How's it going out there, esports world? Once again, welcome to BossFightTV's The Reload. This is episode number 34. We're going to be covering the week of July 17th through the 23rd. As always, my name is Josh Engel, also known as Anti-Pro.
And I'm Mike Bisson, a.k.a. Mohawk Mike, who has some very sunburnt legs, but you wouldn't know that because I'm not underneath the...
I have the mega farmer's tan of all time, I'm just saying.
It was a very long weekend, to say the least.
My face, I don't think it's that red anymore.
No,
that's good.
It's good. Put a little foundation
Had a little party time this weekend for Mike's birthday, yeah. Like we mentioned in the last episode. So actually, we're actually not even to your birthday yet. I guess we should have waited.
It's funny because it's actually next week. It'll be next episode.
Anyway, don't worry about it.
Right.
If you tweeted "Happy Birthday, Mike," don't worry, he still got it. It's okay. As always, we're going to go ahead. We're going to start off our episode. We're going to thank our awesome sponsor, iHeart Esports. If you haven't heard of them, make sure you go out, check them out. They make really sweet stickers at iHeart Esports on Twitter and at www.iHeartEsports.com. That's how you do it. So as always, listen to the episode. There will be a chance to earn or win awesome iHeart Esports stickers. So be on the lookout.
It's a secret code.
It's a secret. I can't tell you.
I don't even know yet.
Neither do I.
Ooh.
That's how secret it is.
That's how secret it is.
Anyways, there was a lot of crazy stuff going on this week across all different kinds of games. We obviously have StarCraft 2 action. We have some FPS action. We have some MOBA action. And we got, news. It's all over the place, man. Who knows? Fighting games. It's crazy.
There's a lot going on.
Anyways, so we're going to go ahead and jump right into some StarCraft 2 news. The big news story, at least StarCraft side of things, is the Major League Gaming Summer Championship, or not championships. Ooh, I'm going to hit myself. Ooh. Arena, not championships. This is feeding into the arena, or the end of the championship. Man, I'm backwards today. I don't even know what's going on.
You got it. That's all good.
Anyways, so players from all over the world, all over the country, showed up to compete in this tournament that was done in New York City at the MLG offices. This was the first free-to-watch StarCraft 2 arena that MLG has done. So apparently they made enough money in their last couple ones to fund them through the rest of them. I don't know. Even though
we'll know if they start a Kickstarter.
We're not going to get, next time let's just do a Kickstarter. Yeah, Kickstarter. And we'll do a Kickstarter. I don't know. We'll just do it. I don't even know. Yeah. Anyways.
I'm so
glad you went there. Anyways, let's take a look at the results of the MLG spring or summer arena. My lord, MLG.
There's a long weekend.
They have so many events. I'm just saying. Anyways, boom. Let's take a look at the results. We have first through technically third/fourth. They didn't do a third place match. So first place we have Teja from Team Liquid. Then we have Alicia, second place. And then sharing third and fourth place, we have First and Oz. So First didn't get first. We didn't get last either.
I feel like this is that who's on second. First got third. Who got third first? No, who got first?
You're last. Anyways, so congratulations to those guys. It was really cool. Unfortunately, since we were kind of out of town, I didn't get to watch a lot of it. Hopefully, I'll go back, take a look at some of the rebroadcasts and stuff like that.
Are the VODs free or are those pay-per-view?
I don't know.
Are they?
I'm pretty sure they're free.
I'll get you some bootleg ones. On the side.
Yeah.
Bootleg VODs.
Anyway, so we're going to go ahead. We're going to move on to the next big thing that we always talk about, which is almost done. We have the GSL Code S semifinals.
So close.
Down to the final four, which that means the finals are next week. So here we go. Let's take a look how the players have been doing here. Code S semifinals, we have Seed 3-2 over Bun and MC shutting out Donregu 3-0. Let's also take a look at the GSTL, which is also in the semifinals. We have Team FXO 5-4 versus MVP, and we have Slayers EG 5-2 over TSL. Next, we have the IPL Team Arena, which is something that we also always cover here on BossFightTV. So let's take a look at how those guys have been doing over there. We're in round number 4. The winner's side, we have Slayers 5-3 over Team Liquid. IM, which is Incredible Miracle, 5-2 over StarTale. And then on the loser's side of things, still in round 4, we have MVP 5-4 over TSL. Finally, last but not least, at least for this part of the StarCraft news, We have the World Championships, which has been going on as well. We have the finals for the Ukraine and Russia World Championships. In Russia, Titan took first, Happy took second. And in second place, my boy White Raw could not pull it through. He came from the loser's bracket versus Bly. He actually won 2-1, resetting the bracket, and then Bly won 2-1 to win the series, unfortunately. So, Bly is taking the win, going to the World Championships. And as always, there's probably going to be a couple more next week as well, so be on the lookout for that news. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to shift some gears to another big esports organization. We have the ESL. They have done their new pro series, or not new, old, should I say, old and true pro series, which they had an event that finally ended in Spain.
Yes.
Why don't we talk about that, Mike?
As you guys, if you're fans of the show or have followed the site at all, you know that we often cover the ESL Pro Series in Germany, which was kind of like the home base. That is where the Pro Series started. But this is actually, this is season 9, and this is the one that took place in Spain. So let's go ahead and we'll get into the results for that. Of course, all these individuals are from Spain. So let's get into StarCraft 2.
In Spain.
In Spain. ESL in Spain. I like that. That should be the code, but let's get through the results first. StarCraft 2, first place, we have Vortex. Second place, we have Lucy Fron 7. And in third place, we have Nara. They also did League of Legends. As we know, ESL has picked up. League of Legends is very hot right now. Let's get into results for that. In first place, we have Existence. In second place, we have TWGB, which also stands for There We Go Bros. And in third place, we have T Fumus. Moving on along, because everybody talked about how Counter-Strike is dead, but we actually still have it on the Pro Series. So we have both Counter-Strike Source and 1.6. Let's get into the Source results right now. In first place, we have Aurora Gaming. Second place, we have 34 United. And third place, we have RM Gaming. Good stuff to those guys. But probably the biggest piece of news coming out of Spain this weekend, I don't know if there was anything else. I don't want to belittle Spain, but I'm just saying, the biggest piece of news coming out of the ESL was the 1.6 tournament. As you can see the results here, we're getting into that. Existence actually defended their title from Season 8, from the last season, so good stuff to those guys. In second place, we have Durus Novum, and in third place, we have Car Ont 3. So, as I mentioned before, the ESL Pro Series is kind of a large undertaking, and I really like it because it's centralized to that area. So we've done Germany, we've now covered Spain, and hopefully we'll see some more, maybe even a North America Pro Series. Maybe. I don't know, maybe. I'd really like it.
I'd be in for that.
Let's do it. But if nothing else, still Counter-Strike, still 1.6 and Source. So we're still kind of, the wheels are turning. We'll have to wait and see how that all turns out, though. But that is it from Spain.
Moving forward.
As we go moving along, we're going into fighting game news now. We'll talk about, obviously, the biggest tournament coming up. Now that EVO is done, we have Super Battle Opera. We've actually had a lot of qualifiers coming up. This weekend, we had in North America, we have the West Coast qualifiers, which took place in Super Arcade. This, had 2 qualifiers for Marvel vs. Capcom 3 and 1 qualifier for Soul Calibur 5. So let's go ahead. This is qualifier 1 for Marvel vs. Capcom 3 results. In first place, we have Justin Wong. I want you to pay attention to this. In second place, we had Killer Kai, and in third place, we had Infrit. So Justin Wong gets his blue ticket, his invite to SBO. Let's get into qualifier 2 now. As you know, that there were 2 qualifiers. In first place, we have Killer Kai. In second place, we have Infrit. And in third place, Clockwork, who I think is spending maybe a lot of time working on that new Sony All-Stars fighting game. I would have loved to have seen him qualify and compete, but oh well. You can see that from qualifier 1, Justin Wong took it, and then it was basically everybody just kind of like
moved up.
Shifted up.
Did Clockwork get 4th in the first one? I don't know. We didn't.
I don't recall off the top of my head. But that's that for the West Coast qualifier. As far as Marvel is concerned, let's get into Soul Calibur 5. In first place, we have our good friend Kayane. In second place, we have King Salmon, and in third place, we have Rocktopus.
I like it.
I know that you've been a fan of his for a while, so
I like the names. You know? They come up with sweet names.
Yes. So, congrats to all those who competed. Again, this is for the SBO qualifier, which is kind of a really big deal. This is the 10th year, the 10th event.
Pretty awesome.
A lot of people are clamoring at the bit. But speaking of that, we go from the West Coast to the far East Coast, as we actually had another qualifier in Japan. This is final round bats actually held a SBO qualifier. They only did one qualifier for Marvel vs. Capcom 3 as well as one for Soul Calibur, so let's get into the results for that. Marvel vs. Capcom 3, in first place we have Mame Spider, who used Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Hence the name. And second place we have Gatsu, who used Rocket Raccoon. Kind of a little bit of rhyming action. I like it there. And in third place, we have Jackal. Good stuff to all of those. Next, let's go to the Soul Calibur 5. In first place, we have Frankie. In second place, we have Tom Unji. And in third place, we have So Yu Shuri. So, that almost wraps up all of the SBO qualifying news. But last but not least, I just want to give a shout out to Shadowloo Showdown, who actually, Shadowloo, if you know, the Australian major fighting game tournament out there, held their own qualifier this weekend, in which Shadowloo's own Ant-Man won. So he'll be making the jump from Australia over the water to compete at Super Battle Opera 2012. So good stuff all the way around.
Moving
forward.
Got some FPS news?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. What's our favorite FPS, Mike?
Quake? I'm checking.
Well, you know, there's nothing wrong with Quake. There's nothing wrong with Quake.
Shoot Mania Storm.
There is some really cool events that have been going on with Shoot Mania Storm. The #1 event, which is actually going on right now, today, Monday, and tomorrow. So make sure you get out there, check it out. If you go to shootmaniaesports.com, shout out. Those guys are great. They're doing an awesome job covering any Shoot Mania esports news.
Anything and everything.
And they have links to the English streams for this weekend on their site. And then the site that's doing the tournament, they're literally just calling it Shoot Mania Tournament #1.
Yeah.
So kind of like default, whatever. There's no fancy names to it. Yeah. And the website's just shootmania-tournament.com. I can't remember if tournament or tournaments. But if you go to Shoot Mania Esports, all the links are there. It's going on right now. So we will have some results, but I just wanted to let you guys know that it was going on so you can go watch it. Watch some high-level play. It should be pretty sweet. Moving on from that tournament, we have another tournament that already happened, Millennium. If you guys have been around the esports world, you will know that Millennium is a pretty well-known name in the esports world. They got a lot of teams playing a lot of different games. They've been kind of developing the Shoot Mania scene. They signed on some big players like Strengths and Avic, and they've been throwing some really cool tournaments. So let's go ahead. Or actually, I don't have a graphic for it because it's actually not done yet.
Yeah.
So we're gonna take a look at where we're at in the bracket currently. We have I'm all over the place.
You got it.
I'm going to have to look at this because the name's really weird. Holo Bobos beat Millennium in their tournament. I'm getting ahead of myself because the next piece of news about the Dota 2 tournament, they're in progress. So that's done.
Yes.
So Shoot Mania Esports Tournament #1 or whatever, that one is in progress. And let's go to another in progress tournament in Dota 2. I'm all over the place. I'm so sorry, guys.
You're fine. Take a deep breath. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
All right, Pro Dota 2 League. That's ProDota2League.com. Easy to remember. Or ProDota2.com.
Yes. So
here we go. There's 8 teams left. They're in the playoffs, and there's some really big names left in the tournament. So we have Bottom Bottom. You've heard of them before.
Heavy
versus
favorites
Invictus.
coming in.
That's going to be the first round. Then we have Quantic versus Mouse Sports. CLG, Counterlogic Gaming, which is really big in the League of Legends world. So this is their Dota team versus Orange Esports. And then we have Infused versus Zenith. So those are going to be coming up in the next couple weeks or so. So make sure you tune in here. We will cover the end when it is near. But make sure you go to ProDota2.com if you like Dota to see where they currently are and any scheduling issues and stuff like that.
I would even encourage you if you don't like Dota.
Do it. I don't like Dota,
Check
so
it out.
sorry. I'm elite. I never played Dota, but I played League and I like League better. I'm sorry. And I was in the Dota 2 beta and I played it a little bit, and even Joker. I love you, Joker, but Jester, not Joker. Four-court Jester. He was talking shit about someone playing on his team, and that was me. He didn't know. He's like, wow, I can't even remember who I was playing. Oh, Tide Hunter. Is it Tide Hunter, I think? He's like, wow, this Tide Hunter is really bad. And I'm like, That's me.
Mm.
Anyways, so I don't like Dota, man. Anyways,
We can watch it, at least. Watch it.
hey, we need to come
Maybe
up
pick
with
up
a
some
code.
tips.
We need to come up with a code, Mike.
Josh is bad at Dota.
I liked that one. What did we say about Spain? ESL in Spain. All right, even though we passed the ESL part,
go
we're going to
back
do that. So hashtag ESL in Spain. And you'll notice how many A's I put in there. I don't know. Just whatever it says right there, do it. It'll be sweet. So if you want to win some really cool stickers from iHeart Esports, you want to tweet the secret code ESL in Spain. Tweet at iHeart Esports and BossFightTV when you start off some stickers.
I'm curious how many of
All
our
over the
viewers
place.
actually know what that reference is to.
I don't know, man.
I don't know. All
We'll
you
see.
youngsters out there.
Anyways, miscellaneous news. Jumping right on, we got a few things to go over, not too much. First one, actually, you know what, Mike? I wrote this one down, but I'm going to let you do it since you're the Quake guy.
Thank you.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
For those of you who are fans of Quake or have maybe stumbled upon a Quake tournament here or there on Twitch TV, you may recognize the name Cooler. He is one of the Russian, not just Russian superstars of Quake, but one of the Quake legends, period. He's been competing forever, multiple titles and championships under his belt. If you've been watching him for the past 2 years, he's kind of been something along. I believe I made the actual reference that he's like Hulk Hogan. Like, everybody loves him so much, but when he gets in there and he competes, it's kind of like hard to watch. But he actually first announced that he will not be competing at QuakeCon 2012 this year, which obviously is the biggest Quake tournament of the entire season. But also, not only that, he will be stepping back from esports and retiring, at least fully at this time, is what he mentioned. He's obviously been trying to focus on going to school. He's actually allegedly he's getting married. I don't want to make this sound like stalker status that I know that he's getting married.
It's all over the place, man.
Okay.
It's not soccer status.
But, obviously he wants to focus on, he wants to start a family, he wants to finish his schooling, things like that, which is very, very respectful, but very, very sad at the same time for all of us in the Quake community. Hopefully we can get him out like with Too Good and do some shoutcasting sometime, or even play in one of those arenas. So good luck to Cooler. Thanks for the memories, even though they weren't so great. Anyway. That is on the other side. I've actually mentioned the next piece of news. I actually mentioned Too Good himself has officially announced he is starting Project Reborn, which will be the next first-person shooter competitive esports.
Watch out for the Kickstarter.
Yeah. So, it's funny though, because it was kind of an announcement on Twitter. If you go to ES Reality, you've seen that Fox had made a post that he actually played the game. It's been about a month in development, and Fox loved it. Fox is he's from Sweden. He's another Quake, just grand champion. He's great. He's been in the scene forever. He played it and said that he really liked it. So we may have to see. There's nothing like screenshots or gameplay or anything yet, but
and if you've watched, there's a series that JP McDaniel's been doing called Real Talk. He actually talked to Too Good a couple weeks ago, and Too Good talked about the game. Didn't really reveal much. He said originally to get the game off the ground, he was looking to get about $2 million. Yep. He talked to a few investment companies that might have thrown some money in, but they weren't interested because they wanted to do an MMO. And, he was like, $2 million was what we kind of need. And then if we have to, we can bring down the funding and kind of focus on like, instead of like 10 different character models, we'll only have a male and a female. And then instead of like a bunch of different maps, we'll have 3 maps and a map editor, even though they'll have a map editor anyways. Yes. But if you watch it, if you look up the Real Talk with JP and Too Good, it's a really good listen, and he has a lot of really good ideas, especially with. Have you heard about the way that he wants to do the maps system?
No, I know that he's recruiting a couple of the old Quake 3 map editors.
It's really interesting. What he wants to do is he wants people, when they make maps, to submit them to the community. And what happens is he's going to bring in, it's going to be kind of like a council of professional gamers that are going to approve or deny the maps. If the map gets approved, it goes to a shop where you can buy it for $1. $1. And so what happens is when it hits 5,000 sales, he splits the money with the person who made the map and the design studio to further production of the game. Which I thought was really insane. And then once it hits 5,000, it's free for everybody. So, he's like, the casual players that probably wouldn't have put money into it anyways, screw them. They'll wait. They'll get it when it's free. Yep. But if you really, really want to put money into the game and support it, buy the map for $1. Awesome. It's $1. Who cares, man?
I like it.
It's not like, Modern Warfare where like a map pack, you get like 3 maps and it's like $20.
Yeah.
So, anyways.
I'm just excited overall really cool. For it. So
really cool.
It's been roughly in a month of production, and Too Good. I don't exactly copy down the tweet. I don't have it for quote, but he was like, "Screw it. I don't care about funding. I don't care about backing." He's like, "The game is getting released. We'll let you know." So
indeed,
very good stuff. Last but not least, we actually have the 25th anniversary of Street Fighter is coming up this year, and we actually have the first event on the 25th anniversary tournament series will be taking place in Texas this weekend. So if you're a fan of fighting games, especially the Street Fighter series, make sure to turn into I Play Winner on Twitch TV. Check it out. And this, again, is kind of another qualifying event. There'll be a few events, and then the finals will be in San Francisco. So that is all the miscellaneous news I have for this week.
That's all I got.
All right.
So we're going to go ahead. We're going to wrap it up. We want to thank you guys for watching us once again. Make sure if you like our show, let us know. If you want to help out, there's always the Contact Us section on the website. But we're going to go ahead. We're going to sign off. We want to thank you for watching. My name is Josh Engel, also known as Anti-Pro, and join with me as always.
Mike Bisson, a.k.a. Mohawk Mike, as always, thanking you for supporting esports, whatever capacity you do, and thank you for considering.